Okay, and then Jacqueline, we're going to hand it over to you to talk to us about treats, reads, and more.
Oh, my favorite thing to talk about. I love treats, reads, and more. We wrapped up our final kickoff last night in Governor. We had a wonderful group of volunteers there, and they were excited about the program that we have planned for the fall. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for girls and their troops to really kind of get back, as Julie said, back to basics again and kind of almost start over as fresh season and a new day for all of us, hopefully. But yes, the program does start very soon. It does start on September 28th. We do have an upcoming caregiver and leader training that we are hosting on the 22nd of September, and I'll put that link right in the chat box. So if anybody would like to join us, please feel free to share that link with all of your caregivers and your other co-leaders. We will be joined by our two vendors from M2 and from Ashton Farms, and they will be going over the entire program, and they will teach us all the new things and the ins and outs of the program. It's just a really great opportunity for troops to earn some really good startup funds before the cookie program, because the program is a prepaid program. We do have the avatar back with new features. We have the crossover patch from the fall program to the cookie program. So there's some really great things that the girls can earn. And one thing that I'm really excited to share is we have this great opportunity for girls to earn a penguin experience on December 5th at the Rosamond Gifford Zoo in Syracuse, where they can actually adopt a penguin by just participating in the program. So on the order form, at the $1,250 level, girls will be actually adopt a penguin, and they will earn an opportunity to go to the zoo and see the penguin that they have adopted and learn about the penguin. And their name gets put on the wall, and it's a whole big experience for the day. So I'm very excited to be able to offer this to the girls. I think that they will really love this, because they've been asking for experiences, and we've never really been able to give them such a thing during the Treats and Reads program. So anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. I will put my email address. You can email me directly. But I hope that everyone has an opportunity to participate in the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Okay, Jillian.
Hey, everybody.
I know you're here.
Yeah. Hi. It's good to see some of you and see your names. So thank you for hopping on. So I am here presenting engagement, and you might be like, what is that? So it is a new role, and it basically combines some of the recruitment with some of the programming that happened in the past and made it into one really exciting position. So if you see MEM, that's us, and we are here to support you in doing some really exciting and engaging events. So speaking with that, GS events is the way to find almost everything that we are doing as a council. So the best way to see what's happening is, of course, following us on Facebook, but also checking that GS events frequently, because new things pop up, and we have some really exciting things on the docket. Some things you see here are Club Japan. So that is not only for our folks who are interested in going to the Japan trip, woo woo, Julie, but many other people too. If your girl is interested in learning how to roll sushi, she's into anime, or maybe they are just interested in learning a bit about the language and culture, this is a really great club for them to join. We have Teddy CSIs going around the area. If you've been with Girl Scouts for a while, you're probably aware of that program, but it is super popular whodunit program that you're learning about STEM, but you don't necessarily feel like you're learning about STEM. So it's super exciting. Other things that are coming down the line too. We have a My Doll and Me program for brownies and juniors. It's gonna be My Doll and My Camp Adventure. So you're gonna be able to take a hike with your doll. I'm sorry, for daisies and brownies. So So we're really excited about that. We have Wizard Scouts, which is a Dungeons and Dragons program, learning about teamwork in a really exciting way, and that will be virtual. And that is for our older girls, cadets and up. We're very excited that V4 should be coming out soon, and more to come on that, but it is about getting back to basics, just like Julie said. We want to make sure that everyone is excited about being a Girl Scout. It's been a tough year, but it's also been a year where I think we've learned what's important and we can connect. And we found that connecting is important. And the best way to connect is through Girl Scouting. We have junior and senior journeys coming out. So the next slide that I have is awards. And we want to be able to help you get your girls to those pinnacles. So we have virtual junior journeys, and the senior journey is actually already up. I will be hosting it. It is Girltopia. So you can find that on GS Events now if you're interested. The junior escape room will be coming back, and that will be in Cicero. And you'll see dynamite princess parties, animal dance parties, and robot parties happening in your area. And if you want one of those things to happen in your area, we can help you do that too. Even coaching your service unit on how to host them yourselves. Sometimes the best recruitment can be a scary word, right? But the best people to show the excitement and the joy and the wonder that is Girl Scouts are you and your girls. And doing these events in your community is a really great way to bring that energy to your community. So we can help you connect with those with some really fun and simple activities. Other things you see on here, it says V3, but it is V4 this year. We have a Juliet Lowe birthday party coming up. We're going to be doing badge work, and we're going to have some glow parties happening in the future too. So a really great hybrid mix of in-person and virtual available. So no matter where you are, you'll be able to connect with girls your age and have that really awesome Girl Scout experience. And then on the next slide, you'll see a little bit about awards and our highest awards. So if you're the leader of younger girls, or maybe you're in the service unit, but you're not directly engaging with girls at this point in time, sometimes awards can seem far off. However, they're really always kind of right around the corner for our girls, right? And something really exciting to think about is when we look at awards, we are thinking about the pinnacle of our Girl Scout leadership experience. So as your girls work to those bronze, silver, and gold awards, they're showing at the culmination of all the work that you have done for them, and they are turning that into their experience. So it is a really great way to not just, I know we put it on a resume and we show really outstanding things, but it is a really great way for your girl to show the world what Girl Scouting is and what it meant to her and how that then impacts their community. So super exciting. If you have a gold awardee, they will be invited directly by GSUSA, but on October 9th, which shout out is my birthday, it's a Girl Scouts Change the World virtual celebration. It's also John Lennon's birthday, and my best friend's birthday is Yoko Ono's birthday. Very strange, but true. So we will be joining, this will be celebrating all the Gold Award Girl Scouts across the nation. We will still have our local Girl Scout event in November as well. Girl Scout Gold Award event in November as well. And the place to learn more about highest awards is right on our website. So you can read, but I'm just going to read it a little bit. Each award level has a dedicated page where you can find trainings, resources, and answers to many of your questions. So if you have something that's burning, you can check there first, and then you can send us an email, info@gsnypenn.org, and it will go to the right person. So that is about it. And I will hand it back over to Christina, but I do want to give a shout out for the CEM team before I do that. And that's our engagement team who helps place our girls into troops. If you are a troop leader right now, it is the time of year to start doing your update your troop forms. So that is a form directly found right on our gsnypenn.org page under forms. You can go on there and make sure that everything is right up to date with your troop. So maybe you're meeting in person now, maybe you're meeting in a different location than you did last year. Now is the time to get that all ready. So on October 1st, you are hitting the ground running. Thanks, Christina.
Thanks, Jillian. And after we go forward to the next speaker, I will actually put a link to that update my troop form. Oh, never mind. It's there. Look at that. It's automagical. Thank you, Colleen. You're amazing. And with that said, Colleen is going to share with us some of our membership support updates. Oh, but one thing before she starts, Jillian, I wanted to ask you really quickly. The programs on demand, is that in the midst of coming back too, I think I heard?
We are having conversations about it right now, so we're just figuring out how exactly it's going to look. But what I will say is if there is something that you are interested in seeing in your community or online, you can always email Sarah Scott, who is the director of our team, or any of us. We will share that with the team. And if you have a really great idea, or again, something that you think you would like to contribute in the area, maybe you know somebody who runs a bakery and they would love to do a baking program for our girls or be a connection, feel free to email us and we can get that person to the right person, or we can help you bring that program that you're really looking for into your area.
Thanks, Jillian.
Thank you.
And then Colleen.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Colleen Saxby, in case you did not recognize my voice from all the webinars we seem to be doing lately. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of how we're supporting our members right now. So on this first slide, I'm talking about our Girl Scouts Voices Count. So on an annual basis, GSUSA sends out surveys to the girls, caregivers, and volunteers to gauge their satisfaction of Girl Scouts and gain critical feedback. While this year was definitely a whole lot different than what we normally have, the survey did still continue to go out. We really wanted to collect that honest, valuable feedback on our membership. So on the screen right now, you can see some various numbers from this year. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So our girl satisfaction did take a small dip from last year. Last year, 81%. This year, we're 73%. While we obviously don't like to see those numbers go down, based on the feedback collected in the survey and the full responses from those who completed the survey, there's a direct correlation with the lack of in-person girl experiences we were able to offer last year due to the pandemic. But as you can just tell from Jillian speaking, our team is like ready to go and ready to take on the challenge and raising that number and making sure they're hitting that bar this year. So we're really excited about that. Parent satisfaction, as you can see, is at 79%. This is a huge jump actually, as last year we were at 69%. So to me, what that translates to is, yes, well, we had a smaller community of girls overall this year. The families recognize the hard work that you, the volunteers, put into your Girl Scout troops. So for that, I'm going to say a huge thank you and a huge shout out to all the volunteers out there, because that number is coming from your hard work. So thank you. And our volunteer satisfaction number also increased slightly from last year, from 74% up to 82% this year. And so we're very excited about that. And we're going to continue to work hard on creating new resources and systems of support to keep that satisfaction number high. And then the last number on this screen is our retention rates. Last year, our retention rate was 67.6%. This year, it dropped a little to 63.1%. But again, that's believed to go hand in hand with the pandemic. And this year, our goal is to really retain our membership through support, great experiences for the girls, and amazing opportunities. So with all that feedback that I collected and those quick numbers that I just threw at you, as you've heard it mentioned a few times already, our focus this year is to provide an exemplary year by really focusing on those like classic Girl Scout traditions and experiences. So we want to make sure that we're really offering quality support to our volunteers, whether they're a new volunteer or returning volunteer. We're going to help build those memories together by going to camp, embracing our new Girl Scout traditions, knocking down barriers, and of course, teaming up. Next slide, please. So we have some new and exciting pieces that are coming this year. So we want to make sure we touch base on these. So first is our new orientation process. We recognize that orientation is super important to our new volunteers. So don't worry, it's not going anywhere. But from the feedback that we've collected from both Girl Scouts Voices Count and also our own local surveys to our new volunteers, we've heard that the orientation can be a little overwhelming to get all that information at once. So we're making a few tweaks so that we can make sure we're sharing the information in a slower, more consistent stream, if you will. So some examples include a welcome to NYPENN video that the volunteers will be able to view before they even show up for their in-person orientation. And then after the orientation, we're going to have targeted follow-up emails with those volunteers as we help them with completing their steps to success, to making sure they're getting going. So really kind of staying in that constant contact and keeping going with them. Next, we have continuing our new leader cohort. So last year we started our first ever new leader cohort. We selected a random group of first-year leaders, and this group really met with me throughout the year to really shine a light on the experience that first-year leaders have. So they really helped give us some critical feedback. So we're bringing that back this year. So if you know some new leaders, tell them that I might be on the lookout to pick their brains a little bit. And so we're also hoping to add some additional like Zoom support calls to them throughout the year. A new troop starter kit. This is really exciting and it's in the works as we speak. We are going to be offering new troop starter kits to new troops that are getting started. I want to say the dates, Christina, correct me if I'm wrong. It's September to October.
Yes,
Okay.
we're looking at our fall troops that are starting up
Okay.
as our primary focus, and then we'll go from there. So absolutely. I won't steal your thunder though.
So you're good. It's exciting. And we're also offering refreshed and family engagement materials because we understand the importance of families and Girl Scouts. You know, it's a family experience. It's not just the girl. We know that that's really important. And then 28 exciting new badges and volunteer resources surrounding those badges as well. Next slide, please. I feel like an infomercial person because guess what? There's more. So we have some new exciting things that are coming soon as well. We have our new President's Award tracker that's coming out. Some service units may have already gotten it. I'm working on getting them out hopefully by the end of this week. But this service unit tracker, it's a nice way to ensure that you're offering a really well-rounded experience for the members within your community. There's no major changes from last year, just a few small ones that are focused on net leader support. We are continuously adding more courses into GS Learn, our on-demand training system. Badge Bash 2020 is back, and we are in the planning process as we speak. And in a moment, I'm going to drop in the survey link into the chat log for you because we want to know what badges are you interested in learning about. So we're going to be collecting that information until the end of September. We recognize that our leaders do tons and tons for Girl Scouts. And sometimes your girls can get stuck, you know, being the extra schleppers of bringing the stuff to and from your meetings. So we're having a new leader daughter event coming in 2022. So stay tuned. And also we are adding a new position this fall to our team. We are adding 4 troop formation specialists. These specialists are going to be helping to build troops in areas that may have otherwise not had troops. So this is really going to be a great way to make sure that we're serving all interesting girls within our Girl Scout community. And last but not least, we had our first leadership summit this past summer, and it was a huge success. We want to keep it growing, and we're collecting feedback that people also want to see it growing. So we are hoping that maybe in the upcoming years, we'll be able to bring our leadership summit to Macy. I'm excited about this. I've never been to Macy, but for those of you who have been to Macy, it's like the Girl Scout ultimate place to be. So we are really excited to hopefully be able to continue to grow that experience for everybody. And I believe that is all I have. So I will kick it back to Christina.
Thank you. I was just putting in the chat as soon as I typed the word here. I was just adding a link to our open positions. While we would not desire to lose someone who is currently in a volunteer role to be a Girl Scout staff member, we do love you and love all of your skills and everything you bring to Girl Scouting. And if you would like to share these opportunities with others, we ask that you feel free to do that. The troop formation specialists are part-time positions, and their focus really is on starting up troops and really being able to mentor and coach someone into that leadership role and then pass that along in order to help someone who may be feeling a little bit apprehensive, give them the confidence to lead a troop. And so there's a link to that. Colleen has put the survey in there. And with that, Erin, if I am paying attention, I think our next thing is outdoors. Yes, I did it. Okay, Becca.
Hello, hi. So for those who may not know, I'm Becca. I am the camp director at Hoover. And I'm going to be talking to you guys just a wee bit about the outdoors and what we have planned for this upcoming season. So for us, our team, our last day of camp was about 2 weeks ago. So since then, all of the camp directors have been on a little bit of a break after working so hard this past summer. So now what we're doing is we're just hammering out the details for all of our fall/early winter programs. We don't have all of those details out yet, just because obviously because of COVID and things changing so rapidly all the time, we're just behind a little bit when it comes to planning these events and getting the details out. But we are all looking forward to a slightly more normal fall programs. So we're looking forward to getting girls outside. Some things on the docket are fall/harvest fest, badge bash days, journeys and weekends is troop camps, Halloween events, outdoor is adult leader skills trainings, and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, once all of those events are sort of up and solidified, they will all be on Girl Scout GS events, which is our new program registration software. And they'll be on the our website as always. If any of the folks out there, troop leaders, adult volunteers, have any suggestions or things that they want to see us offer in the future in terms of programming or adult volunteers outdoor skills trainings, definitely feel free to email us at the summercamp@gsnypen.org email address. So that way we can know what it is that the people want. So that's kind of what's on the docket for this fall. And there's another slide after this one as well. Also coming up, not the weekend that's about to happen, but the weekend after that, is Girl Scouts Love State Park, and we're so excited for that. So this year we're going to be having in-person activities running at 5 locations across our council. They're all listed there. We're going to have in-person staff facilitated activities from about 10 to 2 at all of these locations. And so come join us at these parks. If you don't live near any of these parks, that's totally okay. You can go to whatever New York State or Pennsylvania state park is closest to you. And it's just a wonderful opportunity for us and everyone in our Girl Scout family to get outside and appreciate all of the wonderful, fantastic lands we have that are operated by our state park system. So it's a lot of fun. I know that I personally will be at Green Lakes State Park. So if you're going there, I'll see you there. I haven't been keeping a super big eye on the chat, but are there any questions that came up in there?
There's a couple that have come up, probably both for you and Jillian so far. The first one is there a possibility of a cadet journey in a weekend this year? Because those are big things. Journey in a weekend is the first one. Do you want to talk about that one first before I go to the next one?
Yeah, I mean, like, I can only speak to what I specifically have planned. I personally, like at Hoover, don't have a cadet level journey in a weekend planned. I do have one, Daisy Brownie Junior level one. But like in general, our camp directors know that like journeys and weekends are in high demand. So I can only imagine that there must be at least one that one of the other camp directors is planning for the fall. But if not, we can definitely keep that on our mind for the spring.
Okay, and then there was a question about the Trailblazer group out of Canandaigua. I can say that I know that there has been a bit of transition in leadership with that one, and it has not fallen off the radar, but we are trying to get the logistics of that swapped around. So Jessica, that is still in existence, and if you have any specific questions about that, you can email me directly and I can assist you and get you in touch with folks. Let's see, then there was another question, and that was about a badge in a day for cadets. And again, Jillian, I know that you're also representing some of our events, so I know Becca already shared some insight into the journeys, but can you talk about some badge days?
Yeah, so what I would say is if there's a badge specifically that you are looking for, we can definitely do badge in a day events. And because we cover recruitment and programming on our team, we are shifting hard sort of now. We are in the midst of kind of running a lot of community recruitment events. I mean, you're going to see more programming hit once we go into the beginning of the troop year in October. So robotics are definitely something that I think our team would love to look at doing. So yeah, absolutely. Kathy, I'll put my email if you want to email me what exactly you're looking for your cadets. It's definitely something we can talk about.
Thank you, Jillian. And then Nick was mentioning that we would love to see a tomahawk or slingshot training offered. So Becca, food for thought there, right? And I know you
on
mentioned seeing
my
some things like that coming
radar,
up.
I do have like I have to talk to my supervisor Liz about logistical things. But I definitely really want to offer that tomahawk training at one point this fall. And I'm also working on doing a sort of like a virtual slingshot training video thing as well. And that's also on my to-do, like I said, hopefully for this fall. But yes, that is certainly on my radar for sure.
Awesome. And then Gina had an idea about a Breathe Journey in a Weekend, Harry Potter theme, that perhaps it would be really great if she, Gina, if you reach out to Liz and Sarah, both, maybe we can kind of see, you know, hear more about that. If that's something you're thinking about putting on and you'd like council support, we'd love to help you do that, or vice versa. So we are all about idea sharing for sure. And and we will save these, Becca and Jillian, just so you know, we do save the chat log. So all of these ideas about robotics and the different things here, we will definitely capture them as well. And then, all right. So that I think catches up to speed on that part of it, Erin. And retail, is that Ray? I saw you were on here.
I am on here. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was going to be speaking, but all right.
That's
So
okay.
we do have our retail stores are open. Right now we are open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 to 5 in Cicero. And we're working on the first Saturday of every month. I believe it's going to be 9 to 1. Just to let everybody know, we are having a little bit of a staff change in Cicero. We are looking for a position, so the hours may be a little strange, but somebody's there always to help you out. So if the store associate isn't there, we can get somebody there. You can email me and I'll make sure that happens. So we have shop in person at our two stores, our location in Cicero and Horseheads. In Johnson City, we are not going to have a store location, but we do have a van that is offering mobile pickup. So if you contact us, we can set something up for you. Or you can call that number that you see there to place an order for in-store curbside pickup. Or send us an email at store@gsnipen.org. Just any way you want to contact us, please do, and we will get what you need to you. That's pretty much all I have about retail at this point.
Thanks, Ray.
Yeah.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but thank you so much.
All good.
Okay, and then Erin, I think I can just kind of tie a ribbon around this so that we know that we have extra time for open dialogue. You know, obviously our updates tonight, it's the first of the new year, so we want to make sure that everybody is in the loop, excited and updated just like we are. And then our quarterly town halls moving forward will definitely have more space. But oh, was that an automated slide? So I know that Erin was just showing the Utica one. We are in the process of, we have secured a rental space in Utica. We're very excited about that on Genesee Street, courtesy of the United Way. They have some fabulous space available that we're going to be able to utilize. And we're looking for that office to open soon this fall. I know they're just reconfiguring some floor plan and getting everyone ready to make that plunge into the new space and figure out some of the
Month, Christina.
What's that?
Should be before the end of this month.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. I'm so glad to hear that because like Julie mentioned, we have Serafina Sorrentino starting in the Utica office, and we also have another former Girl Scout starting in our Utica office, Dolly Peterson. So we'll have lots of folks back over there in the Mohawk Valley. And then if we advance forward, we have purchased space 2626 Route 26 in Maine, New York. And that is going to fill the void that we have been experiencing since our Johnson City location closed up. What is amazing about this is that there are some trails outdoor green space that people can enjoy when they come and use the property. And we are hoping that we will be able to, once we get up and going there, and Julie, I know will be able to give us a tentative move-in date, but once we get up and going there, we're hoping to be able to offer the space out for use just like we do in Seneca Falls and Cicero. Julie, do we have a tentative on this one?
Actually, we are doing our moving this month as well. We have a few things that we needed to repair in the building and get it ready to go, but we own it and we are excited to move in. We've already hired the folks who are moving our furniture and things like that in there. So it'll be before the end of the month. So by October, we will have 2 great office spaces, plenty of room for folks.
Awesome. Thank you, Julie. I knew you'd be able to help me with that. Okay, and Ray just caught the chat on that one. I believe that's going to be a by appointment Pony Express type of situation, right, Ray, for the Utica area?
100%. Yeah, we can
Okay.
definitely set something up. If we need to set up a store up there, we can take our mobile unit there. We would just need to schedule it.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And Erin, I think that was the last of the updates. So again, we still have some time left, and I know we've been answering lots of questions as we've rolled along. So that's great because some of them are probably questions you didn't even know you had. And we are here and happy to answer any other questions.
Nice. That gives me a lot of confidence.
And perhaps I know that there are other staff members on the phone too, or on the Zoom. So if anyone else wants to chime in, I do see Julie Smith on here. And so Julie, I did send you an email and this may pertain to others as well. It's really important that you sign into your MyGS and make sure that if you want to receive emails from council, please make sure that the opt-in box is checked. That when we transition to volunteer system 2.0, for new folks joining, they're supposed to make sure they did the opt-in, and it appears as though it may have been a glitch for some others as well. So if you ever get a chance, please log into your MyGS and make sure you're opted in so that you're not missing out on some important things. If I've noticed that it's been a situation for you, I have gone in and taken care of it for you, but only if I know you really want our emails.
We do have one question wondering if there will eventually be a store in the main office.
Again, at this point, there's no plans for a store in the main office. We are still working out of our mobile unit there. But we could do some possible pop-up shops there for events. And that is in our plans.
Thank you.
Hi, Christina. I have something I'd like to share if I could.
Absolutely, Joanne.
Okay, so I just wanted to remind everyone, let everyone know that, we're excited to be doing alum events again. And we just had our alum cruise this past weekend out of Ithaca on Cayuga Lake. And we got to go by Comstock and see it from the water. So it was so cool. But I just wanted to let everybody know that even though the cruises are called alum cruises, we welcome anyone that's wants to come and be a part of it. And this alum cruise that we just had, we actually had active troop leaders on the cruise. And it was so nice because we had such a mix of folks that have not been involved with Girl Scouts, kind of hands-on in quite a while, and that's more of our alum base, but also lifetime members, active members, people that are just very supportive of Girl Scouts. And I guess one last thing that I would share is that we actually had this wonderful lady on the cruise that her mother was a part of Troop 1 out of Long Island, New York. So she was a charter member of Girl Scouts. And so just the really cool things like that can happen. So give it some thought when you see those come out. And we do have another one coming up September 25th which is a train trip out of Utica going to Old Forge. And so there's still seats available there and you're guaranteed a good time.
Thanks, Joanne. I know that sounds wonderful. I know that those train trips are really popular, and I think how fun to be able to be with your fellow Girl Scouts on it, right? And prime time to be in the Adirondacks. I am going to type in the chat, the listening at email, because I know sometimes we think of a question, we don't really know where it belongs, or, you know, we're just wondering about something we've heard and maybe you don't quite know who to send it to or where it belongs, but you can use the listening at that goes to Julie and Karen, and they can either respond to any concern that you have or make sure it gets to the right place if you're not sure. So if it doesn't feel like something you want to send to info at, but it's some feedback you want to share with us, you are more than welcome to use that as well.
I just want to clarify, I don't believe it goes to Karen.
Okay.
Does it, Karen?
No.
Sorry, Karen.
But Karen, I'm sure would be happy for you to email her. But it
Karen's
does
like,
go
"Phew."
to me, and it goes to Wendy as well.
Okay.
So that we can make sure that we respond. So just, and we do respond generally within 24 hours of anyone who emails us.
All I was thinking is that nobody's listening, so.
Oh, Karen, I'm sorry about that. Well, we don't want to hold folks if they don't have, if there are no other questions. You don't feel like you have to stay on, but we are here if you do have something you want to bring up. Otherwise, our next, Colleen, I know you set this up. Is it the same link for every quarter?
I believe it's gonna be a different link for each quarter.
Okay. Okay, and those will be on our calendar of events.
They will be shared in the calendar events. They're going to be shared as Facebook events, and they will also be going out in our member newsletters on the months leading up to them.
Perfect.
All around, we're going to get you everywhere.
And it's the first of the month, so it's not the same night of the week every time. And this year, it's going to be the first of the month for that quarter. So 1st of December, 1st of March, and 1st of June.
Correct.
And those will be out and on the calendar. I think they're probably already there. And that way you won't lose track of them. And if there's a certain night of the week that doesn't really work well for you, you'll be able to catch us the next time around, and they're recorded. And where do we put the recording?
We're uploading the recording to the YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Sorry,
Thank
can't find my mute
you.
button. You think after this long I'd be able to find my mute button faster, but I can't find it still.
That's all right. And it is, I think it's Wednesday evening, and it's September 1st. So this time next week, if you're not in Pennsylvania, you'll be starting school because they've already been in school for a couple of weeks. Linda. You have your hand up? But we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yep.
Okay. I came in a little late, guys, very late. So this is being recorded, right? And is that what you were just talking about? I can access it on the YouTube channel?
Yep, we're going to post the recording up to the YouTube channel. So give us a little bit of time to make sure our marketing team can get all up there and ready, but it will be there.
Okay, because it
Probably
seems like I missed a lot.
We did some department updates and stuff and shared
Okay.
some different information.
All right.
Did you attend your in-person kickoff in your
Yes,
area?
I did.
Okay, so a lot of it was in the recording that you had prior to that as well. We just dove deeper today.
What about a new council? You're having a new council place?
We're having
In Utica.
We have two. We one in Utica and one in Maine, New York.
Okay. All right, but you're keeping the one in Cicero.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. All right. Well, thank you again for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'm sure that many of us will be seeing you very soon. Good night, Girl Scouts.